What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Indians live stream, second of the evening. And this will be my Red Sox series recap, White Sox series preview. Now, coming off a 3-game series in Boston, we now head to the south side of Chicago for a 4-game series as we end the month of May and start the month of June in Chi-Town. Now, for the most part, the White Sox have, I'm going to say, straight up dominated the Indians, aside from a couple games in which we have completely dominated them. But for the most part, they have absolutely crushed us. Kind of like a reversal of what we always saw in the past couple of years, where we just dominated them. But you're gonna see a lot of this because the White Sox are an up and coming team. They're starting to get some of their good prospects up to the majors. They got some good pitching, got some decent to really good hitters. They're gonna be a problem in a couple of years, especially when you get Kopech back, and you got all those other guys out there. I mean, they're gonna be a real big problem for the AL Central, not just the Twins and stuff. So, anyways, let's get on to talking about what the heck happened in this Red Sox series. Pretty much game one, it was Rick Porcello against Jeffrey Rodriguez. And the thing with Jeffrey has been he's been pretty good for the first couple innings, and then he just combusts. He implodes. And that happened in game one as the Indians would get off 3-0. Yeah, we would get up 3-0 in this one. And then the bottom fell out. We could not figure out how to stop them. So, anyways, game one, TV's spazzing out. I'm trying to watch the Stanley Cup final, and it's like spazzing out. I don't know what the heck. I think it's a station. Oh, well. But, yeah, game one of the series. And to put it lightly, we didn't do too bad for the first couple innings. Like I said, Jeffrey Rodriguez was good. He limited the Red Sox effectiveness. You know what? This freaking NBCSN is spazzing out. I'm done. I'm not watching that anymore for right now. Porcello, low-key struggled a little bit. And Jeffrey Rodriguez struggled even more. Porcello went 6 2/3, 88. Oh, man, imagine that. 8 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. And then Jeffrey, 4 1/3, 8 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 3 walks, 6 Ks. Overall, it wasn't that bad, but he just gave up a lot of runs, 7 runs. And he wasn't even the biggest problem. He was just a part of the problem. I mean, looking at how they scored, yeah, pretty much. To start it off, Kipnis would get us started with an RBI single, and then Roberto Perez grounded into a force out, which scored a run. And then Bowers would ground out, scoring a run there. In the top of the third, anyway. Yeah, top of the first, we scored 2, and then Bowers would score, and then that would be it for a little while. Then came the bottom of the third, and this is when the implosion began. Mookie Betts would single in a run. Then there was a wild pitch. That would be it for the third. Next inning, Brock Holt would single, tie the game up. Then bottom of the fifth, Devers would double, scoring a run. Then Bogarts would double, scoring a run. And then Bradley Jr. would double, scoring another run. Before I knew it, it was 6-3. And then Sandy Leone steps up to the plate and just says, screw doubles. I'm going to hit a friggin' dinger. And he clears the bases pretty much with a 3-run Jack Daniels. 9-3. And that pretty much put it out of reach. And then just for all lulz, JD Martinez would hit a dinger and bottom of the 6th. And then Roberto Perez would get a rally going in the top of the 7th with a RBI single, 10-4, and then Mike Freeman would double, and that would score Kipnis 10-5. And then the Red Sox are like, I see you're trying to come back. It'd be a shame if we added more runs. Bradley Jr. would double, scoring a run, and then JD Martinez says, you know what? I'm going to end it the way I started this thing, pretty much. I'm going to end it with this. Dinger. And that would be it. 12-5. Red Sox take game 1. And I'm thinking, oh, God, here we go. It's going to be one of those games now, I bet. So that was game 1. It was ugly. Then game 2, talk about ugly. The weather was ugly for game 2. Zach Plesac on the mound against David Price. They got, through 2 innings, and then they had an hour and 9-minute rain delay. Both pitchers came back in for the remainder of their term out there. And they both were not bad. In fact, they both were fantastic. Plesac did great, did not allow a run, which is very surprising, And the only thing that really disappointed me was the fact that the offense did not wake up for him. They did not get up for him. And Bogarts would get the scoring started in the bottom of the 6th after Plesac would leave the game with a sharp grounder to center field, scoring Devers. And then Brock Holt would reach on a fielding error by Mike Freeman, freaking bum Freeman. Ugh. And I'm thinking, God, here we go. And that was a 2-runner as well. So that scored 2 runs. It was 3-0. And then top of the 8th, and Lindor would double, scoring 2 runs, cuts it to a 1-run game. And then, again, the Red Sox see us coming back, and they're like, that's cute. Watch this. And then Michael Chavis would hit a single, scoring a run. And then Steve Pearce would hit a double, scoring Chavis, 5-2. And then, in crunch time, top of the 9th, the Indians offense decided to wake up and say, you know what? We're not losing this game. We're not going out like a bunch of yeehaws. Top of the 9th gets started with a Roberto Perez solo shot to center field, the deepest part of the park. And then with a runner on base, Greg Allen, G-Rag, with another clutch hit. This time it was his first 2-run ding-dong of the year. First, I think, that he's hit since the Houston game last year, I'm pretty sure. He might have hit one after that, but he's one for clutch hits. All of his homers have come via in the 7th inning or later. And then just for lulz, Jordan Luplow would add an RBI double, and that would score 2 more runs. And that would be it. Brad Hand comes in there and silences the crowd. And, by the way, I forgot to do the record for the first game. But pretty much not really much else to talk about with that. I mean, you already know Jeffrey, 1 win on the year still to this day. Kind of sucks how he had that one game that he was saved by Roberto Perez. Oh, yeah, he takes the loss 1-5. Porcello got the win. He's 4-4. Not bad for Porcello. He hasn't been the greatest, but he's been decent. Decent enough to help him get wins. And he wasn't even that great in game 1. And then game 2, of course, we're going through how long did the pitchers go. Both pitchers went quite a ways. Of course, he had that rain delay. That probably helped out as well. Plesac went 5 in the third, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Not bad for your first start. And then on the other hand, Price went 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks. That's it. They both were fantastic. That's what That's what you want to see. It was a pitcher's duel, and then the bullpens came in, and then they each blew it. Our bullpen saw their bullpen choking and said, "Hey, that's cute." We're supposed to be the ones that are choke artists, but our bullpen actually kept them silent. Their bullpen just completely crapped itself, though. That's the way their bullpen is. I mean, I've heard that from all kinds of Red Sox fans. They say their bullpen is a complete dumpster fire. Makes me like my bullpen a little bit more because we actually have a closer and somewhat reliable relievers as well, for the most part. So, yeah. Whitgren gets the win. He's 2-0. Lakins took the loss. He's 0-1. He's actually now back in AAA. And Hand got his 14th save of the year. And, of course, he had that 1 hour, 9-minute rain delay, too. So that must have been fun. Luckily the pitchers didn't really get in too much of a groove to where it really affected them. I mean, they really only got to 2 innings. Now, actually, we got through, I believe, 2. Boston only got through the bottom of the first. It was right before the bottom of the second when they had the rain delay. So our pitcher got a little bit of extra, rest time to cool down his arm, I guess. That's the thing, though. You don't want your arm to cool down. You want it to keep it warm. So maybe he was throwing, but he didn't seem too affected by it. No, he didn't seem too affected at all. In fact, I'm pretty sure there was a time when it looked like they were going to score, meaning the Red Sox, and they didn't. JD Martinez was on third, fly ball. I'm thinking he's going to tag. No, he did not tag, and that would come back to bite him in the butt. They could have used that run. But ultimately win 7-5, and we break even again. So that's good. And then we advance to today's game. Coming off the stream, I mean, I didn't know what to expect in this game. Bieber against Weber. I'm hoping. I was like, man, I hope we can get to this guy, beat him up a little bit, And that's exactly what we did. This kid looked like he had some trouble from the start. Bieber went 5 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 6 Ks and 3 dingers. And then Weber, 4 hits, 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, 7 all earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a ding dong given up. And that was to Santana. That would actually be the only ding dong given up in the entire game, surprisingly. 14 runs, 1 homer. Imagine that. And there was a solo shot. There was a couple looked like they were close, but they just didn't have the oomph to get out. But going through the scoring chart here, Santana got it rolling with a triple. Yeah, our first triple of the year. And Santana would score Mercado. And then a wild pitch would bring in Santana. Bottom of the first. Right on cue. Mookie Betts, ding dong, solo shot. And then top of the second, Plawecki would hit a single, scoring a couple. Or scoring a couple. No, just scoring 1 guy. Make it 3-1. Bottom of the second, Brock Holt would double in a run. Here we go again with the doubles. Benintendi would double in a run and tie the game up. And then top of the third, Indians respond to that with the Bowers RBI single, scoring a run. And then Greg Allen would empty the bases with an RBI triple. Second triple of the game right there. How about that? And then top of the fourth, after we shut him down when it comes to scoring, Santana would add a ding-dong of his own, his 10th of the year. And then moving on to the bottom of the fourth, here comes the Red Sox again. Jackie Bradley would hit a dinger. Benintendi would hit a dinger. And just like that, it's a one-run game. By the way, the Benintendi dinger would be a two-run dinger. So, yeah, 7-6, bottom four. And then after that, we would pretty much take control. Kevin Plawecki, RBI double, scores Ramirez, 8-6. And then Ramirez, ground rule double, scores 2. Lindor would single, scoring a run in the top of the 7th. Then Santana would double, 3 runs. He would completely empty the bases, 14-6. And then that would be it. And by the way, Santana would fall a single shy of the cycle. Yeah. And then bottom of the 8th, typical Red Sox, typical Indians bullpen as well. Xander Bogaerts would hit a homer, scoring Martinez as well. So 2-run ding-dong. And then Vasquez would hit a double, scoring Jackie Bradley Jr. And that would be it. We win 14-9. We had to bring out Brad Hand, even though I didn't really think we would have to, but we did. And he would get his 15th save. Bieber gets the win. He's 4-2. Weber is 1-1. Like I mentioned, Weber absolutely stunk tonight. 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 2 Ks, and a dinger. And to think it was supposed to be Chris Sale going tonight. So with that being said, we are 28-27. They are 29-27. So they're like a game ahead of us. And now we move on to face the White Sox for 4 games. So who do we got tomorrow, eh? Oh, it's a good old Cookie Carrasco on the mound against Manny freaking Benuelos. Oh my God. And it'll be Carrasco, 4-5, 4.60 ERA, 72 strikeouts going against Benuelos, 2-4, 7.71 ERA, 36 strikeouts for game 1. That was at 8:10. Not doing that game because NBA Finals. Game 2 will be Trevor Bauer, 4-4, 3.99 ERA, 88 strikeouts, going up against Dylan Covey, who's winless. And he'll be facing Dylan Covey, who's winless, 5.47 ERA, 13 Ks. Ugh. Game 3 will be Jeffrey Rodriguez, 1-5, 4.99 ERA, 29 strikeouts, going up against Ivan Nova, who is 3-4, 6.52 ERA, and 37 Ks. And then to wrap it all up, it'll be Zach Plazak going back on the mound for his second start. Okay, so we're using him now. Okay. He has a 1.69 ERA and 2 Ks going up against Lucas Giolito, who's 7-1, 2.85 ERA and 69 Ks. Nice. So that's going to be this upcoming series. Hopefully we can win this series, keep the train rolling. We're winning now, feeling good. Let's go through the chat real quick before I head on out of here. I like the stream. Hey, go try around the Chi Town. Don't end the stream. Crazy Let's Talk Sports. I am in Raleigh. Nothing is easy for a Cleveland man, but we're battle tested. I think the Indians are going to start winning now. My Dodgers are still losing 2-0. Bellinger will homer against the Mets. Don't worry. My Dodgers are 36-19. They're very good. Mets suck. Yes. Mets are 27-27. I hope my Dodgers beat the Mets tonight. They will. Okay, you guys are just talking about the Mets and everything. Cleveland, everything. Didn't sound like the Ravens. He's visiting the Panthers next, and then he'll make his decision. Visiting the Panthers. No, that's not happening. Sorry. Still 58 making his appearance as usual. 3-1 Mets. But yeah, I think I'm going to head on out of here. Hopefully we can end the month of May and start the month of June with some W's. So that's going to do it for this stream. shout out to everyone who showed up for tonight's game. In fact, I'll be able to do the last two games of the series, as they are both at. I might be able to do the Bauer Covey and Jeffrey Nova, and even the Plazak Giolito matchups, because they're all on off days or early enough in the day to where it won't matter. It won't interfere with the finals games. So that's going to wrap it up for this stream. And I will see you tomorrow night for NBA Finals Game 1. I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go Tribe. And I'm out.